Hello and welcome back to the DeFi Stablecoin Experiment, episode number 2, where we place $1,000 in each of these platforms to find out which is the best return on your investment. If you want to find out more about the series, you can follow the first episode in the link below. So before we have a look at our investments, let's have a look at what's happening in the news. There has been a few hacks or exploits that's been happening in Binance Smart Chain. So I'd advise caution when using these protocols at the moment. So very recently, we've had a few hacks, mostly on Binance Smart Chain, such as Burger Swap. They've just lost 7.2 million, was stolen. And it's from an exploit from some of their flash loan attacks that has been happening. And obviously, this is also happening on other platforms as well within the Binance Smart Chain. So also on Value DeFi as well, that's also been happening. And I believe it's because most of these platforms are just copy and paste. So when they copy and paste, they obviously will copy all the exploits with them. And I don't think most of this whole space in Binance Smart Chain is a bit immature, I'd say, at the moment. I'd definitely use with caution. Don't go all in on these particular platforms on Binance Smart Chain. Definitely use with caution. Don't go into it too much. So we can have a look quickly just what they tweeted. Basically, Burger Swap have just tweeted that there was a flash loan attack. 7.2 million has been taken out. So what happened was basically the hacker, they created a fake coin and they created the trading pair with Burger as well. Somehow there was a particular exploit within this as well, and they I don't know, somehow they managed to pull out 7.2 million, and it went on for a while as well. So all in all, this was what was stolen. So 4.4k of BNB, 22k of BUSD, about 6.8k dollar worth of ETH, and 1.4 million of USDT. So it's quite a lot that they've lost as well. And not only that, there's also been a hack on Value DeFi, which is also on Binance Smart Chain as well. I think they lost, it doesn't actually say how much they lost here, but they did lose a fair amount in the millions as well. A very similar attack to previously. And there's also been previous hacks with Venus platform, which is also on Binance Smart Chain, and Uranium as well. So 200 million lost on Venus platform and 50 million on Uranium. But I think there was measures in place for Burger Swap. They are trying to refund users as well as Value DeFi as well. So just be careful when using these platforms. But the whole DeFi space is quite new, as you can tell, and the risks are, if you leave your coins on these platforms, on these smart contracts, you have the risk of losing everything. But also, it's not just Binance Smart Chain. I mean, Ethereum has had hacks as well, plenty of hacks. So some notables is Earn, they lost 11 million a few months ago, and Dodo 3.8 million. BZX, they had actually a few hacks actually, this thing, and then Balancer lost about 500,000. So it's not just Binance Smart Chain, it's the whole of DeFi. So tread with caution when using DeFi. Not all the protocols, there's no such protocol that is 100% safe. There's always going to be exploits. DeFi in a whole is still in a very immature state. So you can't say anything is fully tested, and there are always going to be hacks happening, unfortunately. Just don't go all in. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, because you're going to lose everything. And of course, watch out for scams. There's plenty of scam coins out there and copy and paste of these platforms. So just be careful. So let's check out the market cap at the moment. Bitcoin has failed to go above 40,000 this week. It was hovering around 40,000, 41, and then it's decided to take a little drop, around 8% drop in the market at the moment. And usually when Bitcoin goes down, it usually takes everything else with it as well. Expect all your alts to go further down, actually, because that's how the market works. And I think we are in slight bear market. Well, I wouldn't say bear market, but I think we're going to be leveling around 35 to around 41 for the next maybe month or so. And we'll have to wait maybe a bit longer if we want to see a market bull run again, I don't think is going to be as parabolic, but I do think eventually Bitcoin will rise above 100k, maybe towards the end of the year, but we'll just have to see what happens. It's very volatile at the moment. However, everyone isn't selling, obviously, because they're just holding on, and because they've made the investment perhaps at an all-time high, and they just don't want to sell at a loss. So I think there's still hope, but we just have to be patient with the market at the moment. And you can see everything's gone down around 10%. You can see some are suffering a bit more than others. Like, for example, you've got VeChain at 14, almost 15% down. You've got Aave at 15% down as well. So yeah, I think what we'll see here for maybe in the next couple of weeks, we'll see a sidelines movement. So we'll see Bitcoin around 40 to 41, and then everything else will follow with it. So let's check our Compound and our DAI and USDC balances. You can see in DAI we have 1,007.23, and in USDC we've got $1,001 and 29 cents. So we have made a slight profit on USDC. However, last week I think we were around 1,009 on DAI. However, it has slightly, the peg of DAI has slightly broken and gone a bit lower in terms of value. So what happens is when the market goes down, the peg on each of these coins, they actually slightly move. So they call it stable coins because that's how the functionality works, but they do have a very slight movement in terms of value as well. But all in all, it's no problem, because I think over time we will be making profits, so that will be coming. And if we have a look at our bonus, we've made $1.30 in terms of comp. So we can divide that by 2 a bit later. So let's have a look at our Aave balance at the moment. As you can see, because we've come down off the pegs of both DAI and USDC, the value that we represent for 1001 has actually gone down slightly, but and for USDC as well. However, the actual value of the coin amount has actually gone up, as you can see here. So we are actually building and creating interest. It's just that the value has gone down very slightly. So it's no big deal. I think as long as the balance goes up, then we're always going to make a profit. As you can see, 1,001, we've got $995.78. So it does look like we've actually reduced the amount since last week by about $10, I think, and it's just gone up to $1,000, as you can see. So the peg is just lost, but it's coming back up at the moment. And in terms of the Matic bonus of rewards, we've got 1.72, and I think Matic is around $2 or maybe $1.80 at the moment. So we have got more of a bonus than actual value here. Let's take a look at Autofarm. So let's have a look at our BUSD to USDT liquidity pool that we've provided. And again, we've gone off our peg. So we've got $998.55 here. But we've made $1.94 in terms of an extra bonus for auto rewards, which is quite nice. And then if we go down to our BUSD to UST pool, much better, $1,010 here, and also we have a $1.89 bonus as well, so quite nice for those two. That's for auto. Moving on to Anchor. So Anchor is doing quite well in terms of UST deposit wise. It's been quite stable at around 17.94 to around 18% so far. So we've made around $1,006.13 for this, which is quite nice. And if we have a look at our day profits, we are expecting around 49 cents per day, which is pretty good. So let's have a look at our mstable account, and you can see that we've done around $1,005.65, which is quite good. I think it's in line with our Anchor amount, so it's around 18% or maybe 17.5% that we're actually doing on average. So doing pretty well with both mstable and Anchor. So let's calculate how much we've made this week. So here we have our final amounts. As you can see, there's been a few changes in the order and the positioning of all of these different platforms that we staked on. And you can see that some of the values have gone less than before because of the peg. That's what's been happening as well. So in number one spot, we have Autofarm with BUSD to UST. It's done very well in terms of the value is now $1,010.03. So last week's value was $1,000.61. So that's a profit of $10.03. Gives us a daily average profit of around 77 cents. And if we include the bonus as well, $1.89, we'll get an absolute total of $9.22. And that sort of like takes out the fees as well. So previous position was 6 and it's gone up to number one spot on that. So number 2, we have M Stable, which has also gone up from position 4 to now the second, and it's been consistent in terms of that profit as well. So you can see we've done around $5.65. And Anchor Protocol, again, quite stable in terms of the value and in terms of the interest amount as well. So around 17% that we're getting from here. However, there is no bonus available for Anchor, but consistency is key. And it gives us a daily average profits of around 47 cents and absolute profits of around $6.13. Now, moving on to Aave platforms, because of the value they've gone lower, it's actually made most of the Aave platforms go down. So we have USDC. Last week we did have $1,006.82. Now we have a current value of $1,000.02.88. So we have gone down slightly, but we still are in profit slightly, but it's just gone down in terms of value. And likewise for DAI on Aave platform as well, made a total of around 92 cents. So that was in number one spot. However, it's just lost value. And then we get BUSD to USDT. It looks like we made a slight loss on this one now because of the values that's going on. So it looks like we've actually made a loss of around $1.45, and in total it's around $2.35. No change in terms of compound, the two compound ones, DAI and USDC. USDC has gone up very slightly but stays in the same position. That's all we have time for this week. Remember to hit that subscribe button for weekly cryptocurrency experiments and updates, and remember to hit that notification icon. I'll see you later. Bye bye.